Hello friends. So in today's session, we will discuss about Kubernetes basic question answer. In a previous session, I explained you how to create a pod using with YML file, and that video you can see it's available here. Okay, let's start now. So this is my Kubernetes lab. So I already connected my master node. Let me open that one. So you can see this is my master node here. Okay, so in today's session, I'm going to highlight you some basic question in the communities, as well as I'm going to show you also how to solve that one. Okay, so now first question is how you going to check how many nodes are running on your system. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to run the one simple command, kubectl get nodes. If you run this command, you can see you are getting all the nodes details here, and as well as status. Okay, so in my case, I have one master node and two worker node, one worker node 1 and worker node 2. Okay, fine. Now, second question. So how you going to check, how many pods running on your system? Okay, so in this time, what you have to do, you have to run again kubectl command and then get, and then you have to run your pods. Okay, so you can see here, when you're running the pods, so all the pods details are showing here. So these are the pods, app1, my demo, nginx, test. And this is the status. Okay, fine. Now, next question. So next question is how you going to check, these are the pods, but how you wants to know these pods are using which image, which kind of image? Because when you're running here kubectl get nodes, you're not getting anything here on this screen, right? But you want to check these pods are using the which kind of image. So in that case, what you have to do? So let me run first this one, nginx. This is my pod. I want to check this pod using the which kind of image. So what I will do, I will run the kubectl describe and then pod and the pod name. And if I hit enter, I will get the lots of information. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add pipe and mode. Okay, so I will go one by one. Okay, so now you can see when I'm hitting enter, I'm getting lots of information on my screen. So name is a pod name. Okay, and there are lots of information if you can see here. But my question is, I want to check this pod is using which kind of image. So if you go inside this pod, one section is a containers. You can see this is a containers. So in the container, you can see, if you see, so like image. So image is which kind of image is using nginx. Okay. So in this way, you can find it which kind of image is using your pod. Okay. Now next question. So let me again run this command. Okay. Now these are the pods. Okay. But again, you want to check, these pods are running on the which nodes. Because in my case, I have one master node and two worker node. So obviously these pods are running on any nodes, right? So how I want to check these pods are running on the which node? Because when I'm running this command, I'm not getting any output here, like these pods are running where. So in that case, what you have to do if you want to check the pod details in running on the which node, so you have to run the command here, kubectl and then get pods -o wide. So if you run this command pod -o wide, you can see now there are lots of informations are showing this pod IP and running on the which node. So you can see my app 1 is running on the worker node 1. My demo is working on running on the worker node 2. So you can I'm getting the these pod details are running on the which node. Okay, if you have a specify, suppose if you want to check specify particular pod details, then you can run you can run give your pod name and then you can run the command. So you will get the details here. You can see here only the single pod details. If you want to check the multiple pod details, you can run this command kubectl get pod -o and wait. Okay, now we will move to the next. Okay, next question. So like how you how many containers are running. So let me, before asking the question, so let me run this command again. Okay, so now if you see, these are the pods, but I'm not sure now like how many pods are containers are running in this pod. Okay, so my question is how I want to check how many containers are running inside this pod. So how are you going to check? So when you're running this kubectl get pod, so one option, it's getting, it's showing a column is showing here ready. In this column, if you see here, some outputs are showing. So here you also can get. So in app, if you see 0 by 1, it means in this app, only one container is there, but running 0. No container is running. Total one container is available, but 0 is running. No container. Due to some reason that we will talk later. Okay, so it's not running. Now if you see my demo, here you can see 2 containers are there, but only one container running. So in this, this side, whatever like value is showing, that is running, and in this side, whatever the value is showing, that is the available. Okay, so in a test also, I have 2 container available, but running only 1. Okay, so you got it now, right? But what is my container name? Which kind of image using? So that if you want to check, then you can use again that describe command. So what you have to do, kubectl describe pod. So I'm going to use, like I want to check test. For example, test and then pipe mode. So if you see here, if you go down, you can see here it's showing the container. So container name is Nginx test1 in my case, one container. And second container you can see here Nginx test2. So these are my container. And inside the container, lots of informations are available. You can go and read this one. So in this way, you can find it, your container details, like how many containers are available and which kind of containers are running on this pod. Okay. Now, for example, like now you want to check the container. Suppose, for example, now you want to check what is a container status. Why I'm telling you this question? Because if you see here, so if you see here, it's a test 2 by 2. It's running now, and here if you see Nginx 1 by 1. Here, my demo, if you see it, I have a 2 container, but one is running, one is some problem, so it's not running. So why it's not running? What is the status? What is the problem here? So how you want to check that one? So okay, so let me take this app. Okay, because here is only one container. So here is also not container is running, right? So let me check this one. Why it's not running? So, it's a troubleshooting. If you're showing something here, some problem, it's not running, and you getting that your container is not running. So then how are you going to troubleshoot? Like how are you going to find that what is the reason why it's not running? Okay. So let me find that reason now. So let me run the again kubectl describe pod and pod name, then pipe mode. Okay, I'm going to run this one. So when I'm running here, let me go to in my container section. So you can see it's a container. This is my container name. If you see the state, it's showing the waiting. So why it's showing waiting? What is the reason? Let me go down. Let me see. Okay, so let me. Okay, so if you see here, this in this screen, there is some error is showing. Okay, so what is the error? What is the reason it's showing error? So if you read this one, if you see here, warning failed. here trying to pull, you can see here trying to pull this image NGI, but here it's showing the warning failed. So why it's failed? Failed to pull the image NGI, code unknown, error, case the region is denied. So, you know, here it's going to pull this image from the Docker Hub, but due to some reason it's a deny. So maybe possibility is that with this name of the image is not available on a Docker Hub. When you're trying to pull from there, it's not available. Suppose if you want to, if you creating any image name like this, then you have I have to, suppose I have a Docker Hub repository and I created the one image with the name of this. Then what I have to do when I'm creating the container pod, I have to give the details, the credential to go and fetch from there. But in this case, I'm using the default. So in a default Docker Hub, this image is not available. So that's why I'm getting this error. Okay, so I will show you why I'm telling you here. Okay, so what I will do, kubectl get pods. So what I will do, this is my, where is that app one, right? So what I will do, I have few definition files. So let me this file. Okay, so you can see I think I created the pod with this help of this definition file. So what I'm going to do here, I will change the image name here. Okay, I will change the image name. Okay, I changed the now image name, you can see here, and my this name is still I will show you. Let me go up. Yeah, so what I will do here, now you can see here my pod name is the app1. Okay, I change the image nginx. Okay, now let me come out from here, and then now let me again kubectl get pods. So as of now you can see 0 by 1 means nothing is running. Okay, so now I edited my definition file. After edited, if you let me kubectl create -f and then definition file. If I hit enter now, what will be happen? I will get the error. Why? Because again I'm trying to create the pod here with the name of app1. So but in my case already app1 pod is available in my case. So if I run here, it's a duplicate, right? It will not allow to create the duplicate pod. So definitely I will get there, and let me hit enter. Look, you can see here already exist. So, but I change the options, like I change the image, right? And that I want to apply here, right? So in that case, what I have to do? So I have to do again kubectl. In this time, I'm not going to give the flag create. I'm going to give apply. Okay, and then -f and then definition file. Let me hit enter. Okay, so now when I hit enter, so it's run. Now let me check the kubectl get pods. So now you can see it's running here. In app is now running here. Now if you want to check the which kind of image using now app1, what you have to do, kubectl describe pod app1 pipe mode. Okay, so now you can see image name change, now nginx. So in this way, you can start your troubleshooting. You can check, like why it's why its container is not running. What is the problem? So in this way, you can find it the solution. Like if you check the describe command, and then you can see. So in my case, you can see here is a two options also running, crash loop backup, that I will going to explain you in the next video how to solve this one. Okay. Okay. So now, like suppose example, like this my demo, for example, this is my demo, and this pod I am not required now. Okay, so I want to delete this one. So what you have to do, you have to run kubectl and delete pod and your pod name. If you hit enter, so you can see my demo pod deleted. If you now run the get pods command, my demo is not showing here, you can see. Okay, so in this way you can delete the like your pods also. Now I will tell you one more command here. You run this kubectl logs hyphen help. If you run this command, you will get the more details, more flag, how to use that one in your in troubleshooting. If you see here, lots of informations are showing. You can use this flag, and you will get the output. So this is a kind of log. For example, I want to show you for demo purpose. Run this one qctl logs and then -f and then -p. So in my case, what is my pod name? App1, right? App1, and then -c. So what is your option? Like you can use, like, what is your container? So my container is nginx. So if you run this command, so something is I given wrong information here. So I just want to show you, like, you can run this command. You can see, use this command, and you will get the lots of information, lots of logs details, like in troubleshooting. It will help you. Okay, so I hope you like this video. So thanks for your watching. Have a nice day.